failed by the very services meant to protect them. Children in Oldham were for years exposed to sexual exploitation, some of which, revealed in a report today, could have been prevented.
On behalf of Oldham Council, I firstly want to apologise to all the victims of CSE that are referenced in this report.
On too many occasions, we, the police, were not there for you when you desperately needed us.
Among the report findings, it highlighted the case of a 12-year-old girl who went to police to report a sexual assault. Instead of being helped, she was ignored and turned away. And later that same night, she was repeatedly raped by multiple men. It also showed how there were historic failings stretching back to 2005, including the revelation that the ringleader of the Rochdale grooming gang actually worked for Oldham Council as a welfare officer. For 3 years, Shabir Ahmed went unchecked despite being accused of child sexual abuse, a serious failing that the report concluded if he'd been checked properly, subsequent victims may have been prevented.
There was no evidence in this report to suggest a cover-up between officers and the local authority, but it was heavily critical about the culture within Greater Manchester Police and Oldham Council, which meant children were dismissed as being attention-seeking when all they really needed was help.
How were so many people's stories ignored for so many years or not seriously considered until now?
We were collectively 30, 40 years ago, very poor at this. We are, by degree, getting a lot better, but we have more to do.
What happened was just not acceptable, and I will work every day as leader of this council to ensure those mistakes are never repeated.
But they are mistakes that some may never overcome.
That abuse never leaves them. That damage is done. When the police, social services, the authorities try to pretend that nothing has happened and fail them as well, that leaves them with nowhere to go.
Something, though, that now may finally have changed, so no child has to suffer in silence. Sangeeta Lal, News at 10, Oldham.